Place down markers, put down press macros. Sorry, I was a bit sloppy on that in boss 3 and 4. Everybody eat food, and we can do ready checks. Just waiting for one person. There we go. Tank stances off. Only our Zerkers need their tank stances. Quick reminder, if you get a stack marker, face your camera to the side, so you're looking out from the side on your character so you can see the arrow clearly, and make sure it's facing towards the boss. 10 seconds pre-shield. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull. Right, white, mitigate. We're gonna go through the boss and far away this time. That's the first time we're saying far. Go far beyond the halfway point of the arena. Go. Ignore people who are standing close. They know what they do. Go through and be close to the boss. Close for knockback. Tank busters to Charlie. Only the people with tank buster need to be there. To use your invuln. And healers, heal up your tanks before they die. Numbers, get ready, you're gonna go through in a second. Go through and be close for knockback. Everybody close for knockback. Get knockback first and then go to your tower. Boss is rotating. We're going to the right on Charlie 3. Right on Charlie 3. And then everybody to Alpha. Everybody to Alpha. Ignore the Berserkers. Spread out a bit so you can see your character. Make sure you double check your stack and if you have a meteor. Mechanics go over damage here. Meteor players stay, everybody else through. It is close for knockback. Everybody else through and close for knockback. One meteor is on the wrong side, that is okay. Just make sure to only get hit by one AoE. Wait with raising until we're in a safe spot. Boss is rotating now. We're gonna go to the right. Hold your raises for now. Don't accept any if you get them. Wait until you you get them reapplied. We're going to Charlie. Everybody to Charlie. Around the boss. Charlie. And now you can start raising once you're here. It's a lot of dead people on meteors, but that's fine. It is a bit of a shitty mechanic sometimes. Next up are ads. Number parties you go through. Numbers go through. Everybody out of the AoE. Time mages be ready to dispel the middle ad. These spells have happened. Kill the ads. Make sure every ad is tanked. And attack the boss. There's gonna be like a million auto attacks and nothing else. Next up are going to be the statues. Number parties look at the statues, they're going to be in the same orientation on the other side. And numbers go through, it is close for knockback. Numbers through, close for knockback. Get knocked back first before you go into a statue, if you're on number. Go into your towers, and then the safe spot is front right after front right. Make sure nobody's dead in your party or disconnected. Party 2, if the chemist Echo would stay back. They are still alive, so it should be fine. Just stay back though. Since Alanda was gonna call anyhow. Lou on my side? No, Lou is not on my side. Remember to grab your loot, and then number parties can drop down one voice channel. This time I think Alanda is gonna guide you through. My numbers get to listen to my yapping again.
Okay, we'll just wait for everyone to get here, and we'll won't blind snipe again. Just trying to see if we can find the traps. Just missing 2 more people. Yeah, you can snipe that one, Karu. And Xian, if you can find the large one as well. Yep. Feel free to snipe, Karu. And let's pull the ads. Remember to keep them slowed, and also Yanuki's on cooldown. Let's see if we have a good subscription today. Perfect. Go scan here. Well, actually, there won't be one. Geo, you can suspend, and we can pull the ads. Once the floor is gone, you can start scanning up further ahead here. It's gonna be at the door, if anything. I'll just keep everything slowed here. The enemies on cooldown. We can take the ads for a walk. And then to the right, there might be a trap. Watch out for the orb. The orb is to the right. Watch out. Stand back if you're a caster. Doesn't seem like there's a trap. We can pull the yeah, it was a trap. Here, you can grab that. Pull the ads backwards so Shion can scan for the large trap overhead. The large trap is there, so come back, Shion. We go even further back, and then Gary, you can pop it. Everyone back. Yep. And we can scan up ahead for the trap and the hidden wall. Right next to the moth. There's no trap here. We can pull. Shion, you can go up ahead and unlock the door. And scan as well. Keep them slow, the Newbies on cooldown. And let's hope we can do the trick this time around. Yep, we can take the upper wall. Okay, let's see. We can do the trick on the Manticore side. So we got here, Shion, and scan right here. We are able to look inside. There is no chest there. So we pull the moths, keep them slowed, Yanogis and cooldown. And once you grab your loot, Shion, you can go back and do the thief room. Remember, there might be a trap outside of the door once you're done with the thief room. So just be careful. No, we don't have to. We can just go and grab the loot first. And there's no trap, we can go and grab our loot. Shion, you can scan ahead of the blue flooring. And there's the trap. Karo, you can deal with that, and then we pull. We can pull the ads towards us. Geo, you can suspend, keep them slow, the Anubis in cooldown. Great. And we know that the large one is gone, and so is the small one, so we can just go up ahead. If the same tanks can pull again, as they did last time. Please drag them apart. Also slow on the Manticore's not slowed, on his left, Just go through the walls. Go into it. Please keep them slowed. We apply the slow, yeah. And then please stay in the voice chat here. And then scan up ahead, Shion, to check the traps. Everyone can drop down, by the way. I know, right, Davey? Anyways, the other group is also here, so we can all jump up to the other voice chat again.
You can all jump, it's fine. You don't need to wait.
Hello.
Hi. We just have one person waiting for a disconnect / net PC. So if you could give us an update how it's going if you're not basically already in queue. Because you're kind of cutting it close to the 10-minute FK timer. It does run while you're disconnected, sadly. I'm a bit worried. Usually 10 minutes should be enough to boot a PC and like log back in, but you never know how it goes. Greenix is also a fickle mistress sometimes. Yeah, please don't Windows Update now. Yeah, we're just gonna wait like 2 more minutes. It's not as if we have that much of a time pressure. We will in fact have plenty of time for boss 4 explanations and a quick chat on boss 3. Yes, do you have a time, like a timestamp for me when they disconnected, so we know when the 10 minutes are gone? Should be in party chat. 1:24. Okay, so they have like 3 more minutes now. Now's also a perfect time if you're unsure about anything on boss 2. You can ask now. Gut weiter. They have orbs. Do you mean the hairpins? Why do they have hairpins? Why did I... God, please don't make me look at them. The Labubus are just cursed all around.
Do you think they have their little Labubu barber shop?
I'm pretty sure Magitor just cuts them their hair. He probably has a shearer, like it's somewhere in his arsenal. Hey, our disconnected person is back. Time for the 2 of you to sprint here. You can pop ready checks in the parties. Alpha, you can just wait until your people are back. And in here. Was cutting it really close with the 9 minutes. One, two, three, Bravo Charlie. As a fun fact, you cannot actually run back here. There's no door in the back. Or like bottle wall, or whatever you wanna call it. Just waiting for the people from Alpha to return to us. We had one person stay back to revive them if necessary as well. If you're lost in hallways, by the way, please say so now. Don't try to find the way yourself. It is fine. We have party leaders who have done this multiple hundred times and who still are left and right challenged and cannot determine which way to go in hallways. Even though they could probably do all of these fights with a blindfold. Hey, there we go. Ah, I see the green orb has touched you as well. All parties are ready. Pop some food in, just in case, if you haven't any, if it's running out soon. Double check your tank stances, only the berserkers needed. You can also cast the LB these guys on pull, by the way, if you want to. Especially if you don't have much burst otherwise. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull, drag them together, use your Ianukis, use your cleaves. And then follow your boss. Oh, hug its hitbox and only get hit by 1 cleave. Tank busters out of the arena. Don't be in front, don't be with the tank there. And then we are moving into slime phase. Next AoE is gonna give you a debuff, double check its color, double check the amount of stacks you have, and get hit by the opposite color. Gonna call the last save spot. Alpha 3 is the last save spot, Alpha 3. If you still have a debuff, you're gonna die now. You can already receive a raise, don't accept it. Hold your raises until after the jumps. Bosses are gonna jump in a second, be ready to move. We're going to Bravo, Bravo, Bravo. If you're slow, just get hit by 1 cleave and not by 2. Provoke your bosses, make sure you have aggro of your assigned boss if you're a Berserker. Back to your marker and Delta take mitigate. You can also accept resist now, obviously. 1, 2, 3. Line stack out of the arena. Please don't shuffle around with the line sticks too much. Right, next up snowballs, careful near green and red. Letters are gonna trace, letter parties are gonna trace the Bravo snowball, numbers are gonna follow the 3 snowball. Tanks be in front for the wild charge. Alpha 1 tanks in front. Bravo 2 tanks in front. Charlie 3 tanks in front. We're gonna get knocked from the from the 4 marker, Make sure that a bit closer maybe. Get in the wall, to the wall, to the wall, sorry. And kill the snowballs, range, go towards the middle to help the other side if necessary. Don't accept any reses for now. Bosses are gonna jump in a second. We're gonna go to Bravo, Bravo, Bravo. If you're slow, get hit by only 1 cleave. You need to be really quick with the movement there, you can't read a GC. Back to your marker, accept reses. Delta attack coming, be careful with the damage there. Mitigate. Looking in, tanks left, party right. Main tank left, party right. And then we go to fireballs. Be careful near purple and green. Ladder parties to alpha, numbers to 1. Ladder parties to alpha, numbers to 1. Downtime gaming, ignore the boss in the middle, focus on the mechanic. We're going Charlie 3, DPS to the wall, healers sides, tank once in with mid, tank once in vuln. To the wall, to the wall, to the wall, to the DPS, quick, quick, quick. Clockwise, 1, 2, 3. Take the line stack and then DPS wall, healer side, tank 2's in. We have a couple seconds, you can build gauge on the boss in the middle. Don't accept any reses from now on. Bosses are gonna jump in a second. Bosses are jumping, be quick. We're going 2, 3, 3, 3. Kill your bosses. They have very low HP already. And then we can head to Bravo. Everybody can just go to Bravo. Use party mitigation. You can even use tank LBs. There's no real reason to keep it for anything else. Don't wall it. Don't do what Devi does. Devi knows what Devi is doing, but Devi is Devi. Don't do an Ethan. Don't wall it. You can grab your personal spoils here. Knights, remember to buffer the crystal. Right, we are gonna do bridges. We're gonna keep things mostly the same, except this time we're gonna have Keru and Coco blind snipe the traps. So we don't need the thieves to scout, and we also don't need to worry about running into any trap. That means, however, that you need to make sure to stay behind your ranger. If Keru and Coco could step forward real quick, party leaders can mark them with an ignore marker. You never run in front of that ignore marker, please. That is your absolute boundary. You do not go in front of them. Only Elanda and me will basically guide them if they need it. Otherwise, numbers you can drop down one voice chat and then we can do ready checks. Coco, you're gonna
Okay, just waiting on the last 3 people in the voice. And there we go. Just another raid trap. For me at least. I don't worry about it. Remember, all tanks can keep your tank stance on. Just to make it easier for everyone. And we're pulling towards the wall, stand in the second line from the left, from the right. Mitigate. And get them down. Help the other side, do not pull the tower abyss yet, help the other side. We can pull the tower abyss now. And Carry, you can snipe the trap behind. Two in front, two tanks in front. Wait for the ward, and Carry, you can snipe the two traps in the back. There should be another one. Good. Barge to the outside wall, and wait for me to call. Held the other side for a bit, and we can go up. Okay, Bard stop. Good. Carry can snipe behind, I didn't see if you did it already. That's like that. Geo, you can go to the right. Did you get them, Carol? Yeah, go ahead, Thief. There we go, we're just waiting on the other group. You can snipe on the... Yep, and then also the other wall. Everyone take their tank stances off except Debbie. And then get the bomb at the back, Carol, as well. We're just waiting on the other side now. There we go. Pull with both sides already. They're going now. Pull them apart. And then drag them to the close wall. We have circles in front on these lines. Coming up. Mitigate as well. And now we're gonna have small bombs spawning. Focus on the small bombs. Drag the boss away. And since the bombs are gone, we can gap close as well. Another set of lines that the circus stay in front of these as well. And then drag them far apart. Stay on the wall for a stack. And we're gonna drag them to the close wall again. Focus on help the other group. It's quite high. Any tank without a debuff can stand in front. And just kill them. Good job. We can go to the other voice shot. I'll drive you if you need to, Connor.
And that is bridges with blind sniping. I see a bunch of people standing around. Is that That's probably
No,
just
no,
people
nothing.
changing voice
It's
chat.
just people joining voice chat, yeah.
Okay. I thought if there was some not dead or something.
Well, there might be, but I hope not.
Yeah, I would hope you know that if people on your last side died. Yeah, that is the thing, Karu, unfortunately. You just have to know and trust. Alright, boss 3. Things already went pretty well, so I'm not gonna explain too much more. You've already seen most of the movement mechanics and so resolved them more or less correctly, so if there's nothing, like, you can ask your party leader to have me explain something if there's something unclear about most of stuff. I'm just gonna go over the add phase again, because that is important to get right still. As you saw, the boss spawns 6 golems near our party-related waymarks. What we're gonna do is tanks grab these adds and drag them to the outside wall, where the towers will spawn. The adds themselves don't get moved around much. The adds need to stay near to their original position, because if they get too close to each other, they tether and become invulnerable, and we kind of need to kill them, so we can't have them invulnerable, obviously. So if you're tanking the golem, you just dodge around the waypoint you're standing on, no matter what the rest of your party is doing. Is there new numbers? Hello. So yeah, if for the towers themselves, if on your marker direction there's a tower, that is a tower your group is responsible for soaking. If there's no tower, you have to adjust. If you're one of the 4 parties on the corners, so Alpha, Charlie, 1 and 3, that is pretty simple. You just go to the purple marker that is near you. It is guaranteed to have a tower. If you are in 2 or 4 and you don't have a tower, it is a bit more of a complicated matter because you need to walk a bit further. If you are in Bravo and don't get a tower, you want to rotate a full 90 degrees to the Delta marker, because the Delta marker is going to have your tower. If you are in 2, you're going to also rotate 90 degrees clockwise to the 4 marker. Alpha Charlie 1 and 3, you can also try to help soak the 4 and 2 Delta markers. Just make sure that you can also cover your own marker and tower. It is possible to go between them, you just need to walk quickly. You don't even need sprint or anything. As long as you walk quickly enough and early enough, you can just walk between the towers. So yeah, feel free to help on the purple markers if you see that they spawn. That is about it. Everything else has mostly been covered. Tank once, you can turn on your stance. That is our night tanks mostly. And we can do ready checks. Everything else went fine. We also saw the entire fight basically. After those 6 towers, it's just another tank buster and a raid white, and then a very long enrage cast, so we are not really worried for anything. We have Bravo Charlie 1, 2, 3. Waiting on confirmation from Alpha. And Alpha ready. Countdown is in chat. And see, all of a sudden we have 33 minutes left and not 8. 10 seconds. Pre-shield for the first big red white. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull. Drag it to the 2 marker, please. All the way to the 2 marker. Red white is coming. Mitigate this. Next up is the dodge from the cleave. Move to the side. And everybody back to 2. I'm gonna call the direction we're moving in early. Wait with moving until I tell you to. We will go to the right. Now, right. North of Delta, close to the wall, and then dodge into the explosion south. Tank once provoke. This is your kitchen sink. Everything you've got except your 90% Night Guard, Phantom Guard. Otherwise we can gather back up on 2. Everybody back to 2. Ignore the dragon, it's gonna jump. We will go to the right. To the right now, and to the wall at Delta. And then into the area at 1 for 2 more hits. 1, 2. Knights tanks provoke. We have aggro if you're supposed to. Everybody back. Everybody can start moving towards their marker. Time for the add phase. Tanks, remember, if you have a golem, you're not moving with the party, you're just making sure you don't get hit by cleaves. Alpha 1 adjust, Charlie 3 to the side, Charlie 3 to the side, Charlie 3 to the side first. Charlie 3 into your tower, other parties out, other parties dodge, away, into the outer towers. You can save some cooldowns, these guys die quickly. Bravo 2 adjust, don't get near Delta 4, don't get near Delta 4. Please drag the golems away. Into the middle towers, away from the outer, and into the outer towers. Back to your position, to your original marker. You're killing sprites. Please wait with the bard stop until they have reached closer to the middle. Hold your cooldowns from the sprite. Don't use them on the sprites if possible. That's a waste. Right, we can go to 2. Hold your cooldowns. Hold your mitigations. You can use your damage. And mitigate the red white. Next up we're gonna see the first mechanic again, but some people will get a marker and a debuff. If you have the debuff, you are not going to dodge once we reach the wall. I will call the direction early. Remember to wait until I tell you to move. We will go left. Now, left. Bubbles stay at the wall, the rest of us dodge to the north. Dodge. Free the frozen people. And then everybody back to 2. There's a raid white, mitigate the raid white, this is a bleed. Alright, we're gonna see sum of 6 towers, play it cleanly, this can very easily wipe us if we fail it. stay on 2, stay on 2, stay on 2. We're waiting the cleave first. To the sides, and then north and south out of the hitbox, out of towers. North, south, out of hitbox, out of tower, into tower. East, west, and stay east, west to bait the cleave there. Stay east, west in a line. Stay. Never mind. Alright, raise the people and then please don't go ahead. Please don't cross the red line. There is the potential asshole trap. Do we have any permas? Unfortunately. It is unlucky. Shield healer, sadly. But you're gonna have to manage Elender. Yeah. I am sorry for that. There is not gonna be another run, but you are more than welcome to join the proc run, or any proc runs. See, we're already clearing stuff. Thanks for waiting. To the permanent person, if you're joining the proc run on the weekend, please make sure to re-level before you join, just in case. Right, is the big trap gone, or are we still looking for that one? Okay, then we can pull the ads. Make sure to slow whatever you can and face the petroglyph away from the party. Traps are already being removed, that is just as well. Rangers, you can go to the bedroom. Just to the right side in the bedroom. Elender party is gonna do the golem again.
You trust me with single sooner? Should be fine, right?
Actually no, I don't trust you with that. That is a bit that is a bit tight thing.
Show me
I know
down
you can
with.
probably do it, but it's safer. Eiko, no, Eiko has Kero.
I can just go solo.
Ping, congratulations. Your party just got promoted to Golem party. Everybody in party 1, Ping's party, go to the North Golem room, please. Ping is gonna explain to you what you're doing there. Every other Berserker, Cannoneer to the... every other Samurai to the Berserker room. Sorry. Good job on the instant kill there. That is very great. Moving to the south room. Guardian Wraith time. Time mages may remember to slow. It's the only thing that is really important with this guy. And then, my veterans, do we trust? Gotta get away now if you're melee. Trust. Oh. Somehow I managed to dodge the fear. I don't know how. I wasn't raging or anything. I generally don't understand how that works for me sometimes. Anyhow, we're moving
It's
to
the
the right
Cannoneer
side.
thing.
Yeah,
The
probably,
Cannoneer
yeah.
has the blind thing.
See, because on the Guardian Knight it happens, on the Guardian Knight it happens to me all the time that I dodge the compound. That's why I'm not raging that anymore. Because it's so frustrating because I miss it every single time. Anyhow, our thieves can go and disarm the weapon. Yeah, Jade and Debbie can just do it. I can go in, time mage is slow. As possible, perfect. Careful with the point blank, it's still somewhat quick. And don't be in front. And to the north room for Guardian Knight. We have an instance this time. Ah, unlucky, no instance. Time mages, remember, slow. Dispel first, then slow. Melees, you can also Shira Dori this if you are a Phantom Samurai. A little fun fact. Or well, not little known, but like for a newbie run potentially. Dispel, we need another Dispel. Yep. And don't be in front just in case, but it's fine instead. Yeah, if you blind this one, it's kind of a bother, but like, it's fine. I just let them do it. Alright, spread across the rooms. Nobody said the combination in the chat, but it's fine on the right side. No more people on the right side. We need... this is just for the left side. 2, 3, 1. We need one more person in Golem, 3 in the Berserker, and 1 in the Wraith room. Everybody can go for this. 2 more for the Berserker room, for the Western room. Left room, whatever you want to call it. One more. And everybody can come back. Okay, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. Get away from it, don't touch a button. Little extra explanation. Last time we did what we call a Logwarts skip, because we only did the short sequence for it. You can also do the Logwarts puzzle and the full sequence of Logwarts. This time, once we have pushed the button initially, we will not touch the button again. Instead, we will continue to deal with the spawning Logwarts. Starting from the 5th wave onwards, they will spawn faster, so you need to be a bit on your toes. But with the interrupt order, we will be just fine. On the 8th wave, that is a wave that tank 2s have to take care of, there's going to be spawning a special mob. The special mob spawns here in the middle and is called Master Logwarts. It's just bigger. It also has a blue glowing aura. That one must not be interrupted. Tank 2s, specifically the 2 and Bravo tanks, do not interrupt the big Master Logwart. Let it finish its cast. We only interrupt the outside ones, the small ones. When that one finishes its cast, that is how we solve the Logwarts puzzle. We can start the sequence and push the button. It's lovely how nobody touches the button even after I say we may now. Get them enough. Tank once, this is your interrupt. Drag them together so we can cleave them. Remember, if your tank stance is on, you might want to stick to single target, because multiple of these guys will fuck you up quite badly. They do hurt a ton. Tank 2 is interrupt. Fist ranged interrupt. Drag them to the middle, please. The DPS can cleave freely, it's just us tanks who should not do that if possible. Tank once. Do not touch the button. Once it is available, just ignore it, focus on the ads. They will spawn faster now. Tank 2s. This is your wave. Twist range, get ready. Twist range, interrupt. Tank once. interrupt. Next wave is the Master Lockward. Do not interrupt the big one in the middle. Interrupt only the small ones on the side. There it is. Right. Put up some mitigation. The big one might do a big AoE if it lives long enough. Put up some party mid. Right, that is it. If you look behind us, the orb is now glowing in a blue. That tells us we have done the puzzle. We now have to stand on the buttons again to solve the lock again. So if we could have some people spread across the rooms and do that. Preferably it's casters and melees. Or generally DPS. Those are not as needed in the beginning. For the sequence itself. And perfect. Everybody can come back. Like a couple seconds. Alright, that is everything. Brain, sorry. That is people back. We can start the sequence. Tank once, this is your interrupt. Group them together. You can use your cooldowns and then start building gauges. There's no more trash for the boss, for the final boss. So just build some gauge. Tank 2's interrupt. Fist ranged, your interrupt. This time we're just gonna push the button immediately once it's available. We have done the puzzle, so it's fine. Tank once, this is your wave. And then push the button. Tank 2's grab the ads just in case, you don't need to interrupt them. Don't see people approaching it because it's pulling them. Right. As you can see, everything is blowing blue. Blue is nice, blue means we have done it. Careful with the traps, wait in front of the door. In front of the door. There's one big trap and one small trap. As you can see, they can spawn like in pretty weird positions, which is why we ask you to stay back, because like it's can be very spicy if the rangers miss the trap in the corner, for example. I'm gonna start left. This time the small trap is here. Yeah, unfortunate, but it is what it is. There's one trap here. And this time we can go again to the left side. This time there is going to be a bonus chest to the left of the doorway. And you're going to see a pretty cool room now. It is the entire map of the South Horn. Once we press the now available orb, there will be a glowing spot on the map. This map is where the so-called soup mob spawns. Soup from the good old Eureka time. Just stand for support. If the instance manages to kill this mob before we clear boss 4, we would get an additional 5 sanguinite per person. And the instance would also get a coffer where everybody in the instance that is not currently in the tower can get an extra 2 sanguinite. Please wait for the ranger. If you die to a trap, that is on you. Yep. If you're also wondering what cave soup means, one of the potential positions for the support mob is, in fact, in the level 26, 25 cave area. So it's always kind of fun for us when it spawns in there, because usually that leads to the entire instance massacring themselves by running in there. I mean, it's still a extra 5 Sangonite, even if we don't get the soup mob cleared. It would be an extra 10 in total, but we get 5 from the chest near the support area, or near the room. And then, boss 4 time. I have to reset the bot command. Yes, I will still do long-ish explanations because I want people to have a real shot at clearing this. So you can take a quick break, Zoe. You need to. For the rest of you, we're gonna do some slightly abbreviated and modified explanations for this. You have already seen how this fight in general plays out. Party stays on the hitbox ring most of the time to make it easier for the tanks to take their autos. The tank autos, as I said earlier, they hit the 2 closest or the 2 furthest people on the platform. They also require some mitigation to be used because they do kill you in almost one shot if you don't have any. And even with mitigation, you usually take about half your life per hit still. So yeah, depending on what weapon the boss is activating, whether it's his axe or his lance, we will have to go close or far. Then comes daggers. You've already seen daggers. We usually start the mechanic off by... party leaders have placed down markers, I have almost forgotten mine. We start with, on one of the 2 purple markers, the 4 or the delta marker, wait there for a couple cleaves, and then do one of 2 dodge moves. The boss will cast either something with lance or something with axe. I think it's lance blow and axe blow. If it's the lance move, that means the entire platform is unsafe, and he's also gonna do a donut that it makes the entire area outside that is further from him unsafe. The only area that's safe is close to his hitbox, or even inside, outside off the platform. That is what I mean when I say off and into the side. Off and into the side, yeah. The other mechanic, the axe blow, is everything outside the platforms is unsafe, and he's also going to do a giant point blank that only leaves like a circle triangle-ish area in the back safe. This is also combined with, how to say it, the dagger's still going off, so there might be additional instructions like you should stay in line with your letter marker when moving back, because otherwise you might run into a cleave. There is a video on daggers in the clip, in the post, and I will also just link it now. If you've not seen daggers, or, well, everybody has seen daggers before, but if you've not fully understood daggers, I would highly recommend you now take a quick 2-minute break and watch the video. I've posted it in the thread. It might really help you. We're just gonna wait for like 2 minutes until people have watched it. It's, I think, literally just 40 seconds video. 30 even. So like, just feel free to watch that. Right, that should be enough to watch 2 of them, so I just did. Make a quick wiggle, jump in-game, type something, make sure you don't get AFK kicked. We still have some explanations ahead of us. So yeah, that is daggers. Afterwards, we are gonna see the Forked Fury Tank Buster. For the Forked Fury Tank Buster, we are gonna have tank 1 in and tank 2 out. That is, the first line of tanks goes in and is closest to the boss, the second line is out. And soaks the Tank Buster. For this you want to pop ideally at least your 40% cooldown and your 25 seconds cooldown. Afterwards there's going to be 2 more auto attacks. This means that half the tanks will have to adjust their position to the outside or inside, depending on which weapon it is. And then we go into canisters. Canisters we've already solved pretty well. All of the yellow and blue canisters where Eiko and Devi are currently standing, for example, will be popping out. We only need to kill the ones that the boss that correspond to the weapon the boss has equipped. So if he hit the X, we're gonna kill the yellow conduits. If he equips the blue lance, we're gonna kill the blue conduits. There's also gonna be 1 purple conduit popping up, only 1 out of 3. That one doesn't concern you usually because it is purely something for the berserkers. If you aren't a berserker and you are standing in its final death blow retaliation, you will be a Hysteriad for 1 entire minute and be running around the entire arena, which looks hilarious, but really isn't if you die to it. A berserker can avoid this by being in rage when it happens. Afterwards, we're gonna move on to Sage's Staff. Sage's Staff just boils down to be quick when running under the boss into the center of the hitbox. And by center, I mean really center. You need to be quick and you need to be rather precise. If you have a dash during the X part, it's best to use it there. After Sage's Staff, we are gonna see Rune X. Rune X is the first of 2 major mechanics I need you to actually really pay attention to. Rune X starts off by the boss casting it. We need to stay on the platform. You can't be off a platform for that, otherwise you will be very dangerous. And the boss will distribute a bunch of debuffs and circles. If you go into the thread now and scroll up a bit, there is the Rune X section and a matrix with some debuff icons. If you look at those icons, you will see they have a black and a white circle. The black circle indicates a big circle, and the white indicates a small circle. You will also notice they have different times. Those times don't directly impact you. It's just nice to know that they have fixed times there. The way it plays out, if you get a big circle, which will only happen to the people on the alpha platform, you only have 1 task, and that is to run immediately off your platform and behind one of the 2 purple canisters. If you look, they are off to the side. They are not directly behind you. You need to run off to the side behind it. It is also important that you actually go behind the purple. Do not be on the purple, be behind it. Why am I insisting on that? For the entire fight, if you get a circle from Rune X or later on a stack from Holy Lands, if your circle clips something, it cleaves that entire area. If your giant ass Rune X big circle clips even just the tip of one of the platforms, just a single pixel, that entire platform will be treated as if they stood in your AoE and usually also die to it because it overlaps with other mechanics. That is why it is for this fight more important than anything else that you respect mechanics and do them properly. If you get a circle with a big circle, move behind the purple. If you get a small circle during Rune X, you move to the center of your platform so you don't clip the edges. You don't want to hit the outside of your platform. You want to keep it fully contained on your platform. The way the movement works out with my callouts is we get a big, the big goes behind the purple, it explodes there. Then we get 3 small ones, 1 on each platform. The small ones will center on the platform. The rest of the people will go off and into the side. The boss will do a lance blow at the same time. That's the off and into the side mechanic. 3 people on the platform may get hit by this. If it happens, because you can't move off in time, there's a slight delay between your circle exploding and the the lance blow exploding. It is better you take the hit from the lance blow and just stay centered on your platform than as if you move too early and clip everybody outside and give everybody a doom stack. After we have had these 3 smalls go off and the lance blow go off, we're gonna get 1 more big circle. It's gonna hit another player from the Alpha platform, and 2 small circles, 1 from Bravo and 1 from Charlie. If you get a small circle, you go back onto your platform and just center on that platform. If you get the big, you do the same, you sprint behind the purple, and if you don't have any circle, you go to the Alpha platform. Regardless of what you have, everybody goes to Alpha. That is the only safe spot we have. Every other area will be hit by something and you will die to it, probably. Again, it does sound complicated, but it really just boils down to follow the call directions for movement. If you get a big circle, sprint behind purple. If you get a small circle, center it on your platform, wherever you started on. And that is pretty much it. Do another wiggle, move a bit, and then ask your question, please. No, you just stay in the back. It basically it doesn't really hurt you. It only hurts other people that stand in it. You will. I don't think you take any damage actually. I'm not sure about it, but yes, you just stand behind it, wait until it explodes, and then you can go off and in. You only really need to be behind the purple until it explodes, but you need to be behind the purple when it explodes. You don't have much time when you see the circle spawn. You can check your debuffs to know if you have a circle coming. That is very helpful to do. Yeah, that is Rune X. Afterwards, we're gonna see another Forked Fury, 2 auto attacks, another set of conduits. We're gonna guaranteed kill the yellow conduits that time. And then we move into daggers, followed by Holy Lance. Holy Lance is the point where most newbies and proc runs tend to wipe because somebody stood not where they were supposed to stand. So I'm just gonna explain it to the best of my abilities and pray for it. Holy Lance starts off by the boss spawning 12 lances in a clockwise fashion around the arena. These lances will explode in that order, and wherever they explode, they will cleave that entire area. Same as per usual. The original one will start straight north, so it will hit the outside of the arena. Then there's 3 on the Charlie platform, 1 on the outside, 3 on the Bravo platform, 1 on the outside, and 3 on the Alpha platform. At the same time, we will get a bunch of stack markers distributed across players. These stack markers will always go off when one of the lances in the middle of a platform explodes. So for the second lance on Charlie explodes, when the second lance on Bravo explodes, and when the second lance on Alpha explodes. That's when the stack markers go off. They are on each platform. How do we resolve this? You will have a total of 3 positions where you're standing. You will either be standing in the dead center of your platform, far away from the boss, far away from any edge, not clipping the edge at all. That is your position for start position for Bravo and Alpha. If you're on Charlie, you're starting off to the back already. If you're looking at Charlie and on Bravo and Alpha as well, to the back left of your platform there is a number marker. You're starting on the platform near that marker on Charlie. Only on Charlie. After the first explosion outside, Charlie will get hit by 3 explosions next. So what we do on Charlie is we head outside, stand on that marker. On the second explosion, the first set of stack markers will go off. Bravo and Alpha will be hit by their stack marker. Since they are standing centered, they will not clip the outside. As I explained earlier, if your circle clips the outside, it will hit the entire outside, which will mean that everybody from Charlie, who's currently off the platform, will be considered not standing, will be considered getting hit by your cleave and your stack, and will die. If you stand out too far and clip the edge, you will kill an entire platform with your circle. After Charlie has taken stood outside for 3 explosions, they will move back to the inside and center themselves on the platform. It is important that you go back to the center once you move back in. And Bravo moves to the back at the same time. Once Bravo sees the outside getting hit by 1 cleave, Bravo goes outside, stands outside for 3 hits, and then goes back in and to the center. Alpha does the exact same. As soon as they see the second set of AoEs go off, the second set of stacks, they will go to the back. Once the outside gets cleaved, they go out, and then they wait for their 3 hits on their platform. Again, it might sound more complicated than it is. For you, it is important to remember that you only... second. For you, it is important that you center yourself on the platform. Melees, you cannot get uptime without clipping the edge. You can do it, but it is very tight, and I would really prefer it if we didn't do it on a newbie run, because if you clip the outside, you're killing 16 people and likely causing a wipe with it. So please do not uptime greed this. Just take the downtime, throw your spears, throw your double daggers as a Viper, whatever you can. Stick to range attacks if you can't. I am sorry. 1 GCD is not worth 16 deaths, as Eiko says. And yeah, otherwise, just follow my callouts. Be ready to move to the back, be ready to move off the platform, and then once you move back on, you move back to the middle. You don't move to the back position, you move back to the middle. Hope that answers the question in my party chat. Yes, we do take our first stack on 3 and the other 2 in the middle of our platform. Not that the Alpha Bravo Charlie markers are not centered on your respective platform. They are off the center. You can't use those as a guideline. You need to actually look at the platform itself. That is the important part about Holy Lands. Again, don't greed it, don't uptime game it, just stand back, play the mechanic cleanly. We do have the DPS to clear this fight without any issues. We are plenty fine on DPS. Afterwards we will see a Raid White, a Forked Fury, auto attacks, canisters, another set of daggers, a Raid White, and then Enrage. That part is just standard stuff we've already seen. Take a quick deep breath. I am actually tempted... You know what? For safety's sake. If you want to see a video perspective, I have also sent the link for the Holy Lands perspective. This is the Charlie 3 perspective. If you check the playlist, the next 2 videos should probably be the Bravo and the Alpha perspective. No, the previous 2 videos. You can watch the video on your platform's perspective to maybe understand the movement a bit better. I'm gonna give it another 2 minutes. Make sure to wiggle real quick so you don't get AFK kicked. And in 2 minutes we pop ready checks. Zoe, I'm happy to take the purple this time. I don't like raging that much stuff on a newbie run anyhow. Need to focus on other stuff. Devi, can you take care of centering the boss? Thank you very much. Kind of a pain when I'm on purple. lastly, the Devi, Ping, and Tarka, can I ask you three to hold your first thingies for the first canisters? Just as a safety policy. Thank you. It should be fine. We can pop radio checks and see if everybody is back and ready. If there's any questions you would like to ask, we do have about 6 minutes before we need to start pulling. But I'm also pretty sure if I explain any more, people are gonna start zoning out completely. It is quite the long explanations already. Yes, they were even longer back then, but we've already condensed them. Alright, all tanks turn off your stands. If your food is less than 8 minutes, pop another serving. And countdown is in chat. Take a breath, play it safely, and we will clear this without worry. Ten seconds pre-shield. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull. Party can move on to the hitbox. First up is gonna be the raid white. Mitigate now. And then party, make sure you're on the hitbox. Next up are random auto attacks. It's random if it's Lance or X first. Be ready to adjust. Tanks move in, it's X autos. Take a step back if you're not a berserker. Leave space in the front for your zerkers. 1, 2, 3. Daggers, we're moving to 4. Move to 4. Thank you for 4 AoEs. 3, 4. Off to the right. And hug the right side. Hug the right side. Alpha Bravo Charlie. Range can start moving back already. And move back in line with your marker. Back to the hitbox. Party on the hitbox. Tank 1 in. Tank 2 out. Use your cooldowns, this is a tank buster. And then tanks in for 2 more melees. Tanks in for 2 more X-autos. Alright, yellow canisters. We're gonna kill the yellow canisters. Knights, you can go under and use your pledge at 40%. That is your 2-hit invulnerability. Make sure all the canisters die and then mitigate the raid white. All the canisters need to die. Right, next up is Sage's Staff. Remember, when we go under the boss, you need to be quick, otherwise you might bait the line to the side and kill a bunch of people. Or back to the back of the platform, back of the platform, back of the platform, pop your sprint, and under the boss, in the middle of the hitbox. Off and into the side, off and into the side, off and into the side already. And then afterwards go under the boss again, into the center of the hitbox. This comes with a raid white shortly after. Mitigate properly. Mitigate, mitigate. And then party on the hitbox. Tanks can already be in. This is gonna be 3 X autos. 3 X autos, keep your tanks alive. A lot of damage here. Party, you can spread out on your platform, but stay on your platform so you can see yourself if you get the AoE. This is Runex, stay on your platform. Big behind purple, big behind purple, big behind one of the purples. Small center of your platform. Everybody else off and in. Smalls off and in. Big behind purple, smalls on their platform, nothing's to alpha. And everybody back to your platform. Party on the hitbox, tank 1 in, tank 2 out. This is a tank buster. And tanks in for 2 more weapon orders. 1, 2. Tanks get under the canisters. This is a 2-minute burst window. You might want to pledge a bit early. Might want to pledge about now.
Yellow.
Yellow, sorry. Yellow canisters. The yellow canisters. And mitigate the raid white. Next up is daggers. Gonna go to a purple. Go to Delta, to Delta this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off and into the left, hack the left platform, hack the left platform. Alpha Bravo Charlie, and move back in line with your marker. You want to be in line with your marker. Party into the hitbox this time. Tanks, you're gonna be max melees. This is Lance autos. You wanna be out the furthest. Take a step in if you're not a berserker, so your berserkers can hit the autos. 1, 2, 3. This is gonna be Holy Lance. If you check your debuffs, you're also gonna see if you have a stack on you, just to be safe. But yeah. Everybody off and in, off and into the side first. Afterwards, Alpha Bravo to the center, Charlie to the back near 3. Alpha Bravo center, Charlie back. Charlie off. Bravo back. Charlie on and center, Bravo off. Alpha back. Bravo on and center, Alpha off. Bravo Charlie back, Alpha on and back now. Onto the hitbox ring, mitigate, raid white incoming. This still hurts. You can melee LB if you want. Tank 1 in, tank 2 out, tank buster. Mitigate properly. And then tanks max melee for 2 more weapon orders. We're gonna ignore the canisters and just burn the boss, and GG's! We got another newbie to clear. Nice. Also, thank you. That is actually my first time that I got a newbie to clear. Feel free to watch your cutscene. I pray you're... Oh god, you're a confirmer. Okay, that is unfortunate. If you're permit, unfortunately you can't grab the extra, the coffer. That is 5 Sanguinite and the potential triple tie card and the field note. But at least you get the mount and the achievement. The mount will be in your achievement tab once you head outside. There's also, if you head through the doors here to the upstairs, an additional area that looks kind of neat for screenshots, and that will also contain your last field note. I am very sorry, a cat. Have a pet. That's the best I can offer you. That and an invitation to join us for more runs. You are now also eligible for full note reclears, in fact. There will, in fact, also be a reclear weekend coming up soon. That is 4 hours of just reclears. Apologies if you could just do the usual thing and send me the chat log with the achievements so I can merge and compare. Yep. Otherwise, congratulations. If you're joining the proc run on Saturday as well, I would recommend you relevel in case you permit earlier. Yep, otherwise, there is not much to say. Thank you all for the very pleasant run. It was a great blast having you guys here. Just the confidence boost I kind of needed at the moment. And yeah, I hope to see you all soon. We are gonna take a break for the foreseeable future once Fork Tower Magic comes out. The plan for us is to, week 1, we are gonna do an in-house proc with the staff mostly to get everybody up to par on hosting it, and then hopefully week 2, that is not a promise, that is a hopefully, week 2 we can start with public runs for FTM, Fork Tower Magic. We're gonna see how it goes, do a couple weeks of that, and then also resume Fork Tower Blood, so this isn't going anywhere, we are keeping it up still. With that out of the way, I wish you all a very pleasant Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, and hope you have a great rest of the week. I'm gonna head out now and say good night. Bye-bye.